by a brand called Nuvia. I still don't know how you pronounce it. If I stood here, I've got nice natural light. What I didn't realise as well for ages, just because there's nothing worse than thinking you've got a thumbnail, so I might end up buying it. I've finally finished editing my video. Hiya, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. If you are new, then definitely be sure to click on that little red subscribe button down below. But if you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for coming back. Today is going to be a little bit of like a vlog style kind of video, as for this week's Friday YouTube focused video I thought I would talk you through my whole filming process, starting right from the point of filming the video, going all the way through to editing, to the thumbnail, to uploading the video, literally everything I do and all the work that goes into a YouTube video. Hopefully you'll find this useful. Hopefully there'll be some little tips and tricks that you can use if you have your own channel or are wanting to start a channel. Hopefully it'll give you a little insight into what I use, what I do, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So I've just set up ready to film. I do use the Canon 700D camera and I like it because it has this little flip out screen here so you can see exactly what's going on. And then I have this ring light, which is by a brand called Nuvia. I still don't know how you pronounce it. This is the small ring light, so I think it's like the 12-inch one, I think. But Uni have got a much bigger one, which is probably like, I think it's an 18-inch one, I want to say. And that one I prefer as well because there's a little dimmer switch on it, so you can make it brighter or dimmer depending on your current lighting, and so you're not having to stare at like a really bright ring light either. So yeah, definitely would recommend the bigger one, although it's a little bit more expensive if you do want a ring light. Not that you need one if you've got a window in a good place. Like here, if I stood here, I've got nice natural lighting, but I just don't like the wooden background. I much prefer having this little area and my nice little shelf and the white wall as my background. So it just depends on your filming setup, but if you've got a nice big window, natural lighting works really well and looks really nice anyway. But this just for me definitely helps to balance the lights. I've got that one coming from that way and then the ring light coming more from this way, so that works really well. And then for my filming background, I just have this little shelf here, or I'll sometimes sit here. This bit of my table's a bit of a mess right now, but I'll sometimes sit here when this stuff's all cleared, and then I've got this little sign here which says like and subscribe, and then that lights up as well, which looks quite nice. Or I'll sometimes also sit here on this end of my bed. It just really depends what video I'm filming, the kind of angle I want to go for and the background that I want. But yeah, more often than not I will use this one over here with my little shelf and everything going on, which is the one I'm about to use now. So I've just finished filming my video, and once you finish filming it comes getting a thumbnail, which is something I used to be so bad at. I'd always forget it, go to edit it, and then I'm like, I never got a thumbnail. I'd be editing like much later on a different day and I wouldn't look the same anymore, and it would just be so annoying. I've got much better at it though now. What I didn't realise as well for ages when I first started my channel was that when people get thumbnails, I just thought they would stand like this, put the camera on the timer and quickly run back and try and get a photo. But actually what I do is I always just click record, and then I will just stand here, pose, do a few different positions and whatever, and then when I've got it recorded, I can then just go through it all, and then I'll take a screenshot of the thumbnail that I like best. And also once I have filmed getting my thumbnail, I always check it through, just because there's nothing worse than thinking you've got a thumbnail, going onto your computer later, looking through it and realising there's not one that you like. So then once I have got my video all filmed, I will mark it off in this book as filmed, because then I know where I'm at with it. So I'll just put a little filmed by it, and then I'll also do an edited and an uploaded one once I have done that, just so that I know exactly where I stand with each video. Then comes importing the footage over to my computer. I always do this straight away because you don't want to lose your footage or something to happen with your camera or whatever, so I always ensure to import it straight after filming. So I've just put in the little memory card from my camera, and then all I will do is go into it and then just drag it over. Oh, I've got a different video on here as well that I can get rid of now, but this one was these 3 clips here, so I'll just title them, drag them here. I used to always put my footage over onto a hard drive just so it doesn't take up all the space on my computer, but I found that by editing it and having it saved on my computer is so much faster to import it into either iMovie or Final Cut Pro, because yeah, when it's actually on the computer, I don't know, on the hard drive it just takes forever to import across. So I found that much faster, and then once I've finished editing it anyway, I delete the raw footage anyway, so it doesn't take up that much space. But I will save all my like final videos over onto my hard drive, just so that they don't take up all the space on my computer, because they take up a surprisingly large amount of memory. I'm just about to import my footage into Final Cut Pro. I've recently been using this to edit. I used to always use iMovie, but I've recently downloaded the trial version of Final Cut Pro. I didn't realise you could get a trial, so I was like, you know what, I'll test it out, see what it's like. At first I was kind of confused by it because I wasn't used to it. But there's honestly so much more that you can do, and now that I'm learning what else you can do and adding to it, it's honestly so good. So I might end up buying it. I've still got like 30 days left of my trial though. It's a 90-day free trial, which is really good. So I definitely recommend, even if you don't end up sticking with it, just for a temporary kind of thing, for 3 months you can get it for free, which is really good. But yeah, I'm just about to import my footage into here. Then the first thing I always do is sort of go through it, cut out any kind of like sort of like bits where I like take a full-on deep breath or something, like in between speaking, kind of like that, or just anything where I've kind of messed up talking, or just rambly bits that I need to cut out. That'll be like the first draft that I kind of do. Then I'll go back through it again, make sure that there's no other things that I need to cut out in terms of what I'm saying, or if I keep rambling on too much. Then I'll go through again for a third time, adding in any little like clips, animations, all that kind of stuff. And then the fourth time I'll watch it through, and if there's anything else that I think I could add in or change, then I will in that time, but that'll normally be like the checking time, just to make sure that it's all good and ready to upload. Also, another thing that I do while I'm editing is pull up my notes on my computer and just note down any times when I want to sort of add in like a little iCard, like, you know, you can do like this with a little video suggested, or any points where I want the music to be like quieter or silent, or also any products I mention or any other videos that I mention, and links and things that I need to include in the description. So when it comes to writing the description and also adding in the little iCards and things, it's so much easier as I know exactly where they need to be and what exactly to include in the description as well.
3 hours later.
I've finally finished editing my video. It's taken a while. It's already now like gone 6:30. But yeah, I think it's basically there now. A great tip is to always sit and actually watch it through, because if you can't sit and watch it through, then it's unlikely other people will as well. Or even if there's just moments that you zone out, then think about why you zoned out. What can you do differently? Can you cut out that section? Can you change something up and make it slightly different? And that will really help to ensure that your audience stays engaged with your video as well. So once my video is edited, now it goes on to editing my thumbnail. So I just import my photo first into the Photos app. Just wait, where is it? I can't find it. There we go, that one. Just import it into here first, and then I can just click on edit at the top, and then I just play around with the levels of like the brightness, the exposure, when they want to come up, just literally like all these levels. I play around with these until I am happy with how the photo looks, and then I'll show you my next steps of editing it. Once I've got my photo how I like it, I then open up this Paint S app, which, oh, it just disappeared, but I'll link it down below so you know which one it is. But camera's gonna focus. That app is free on like a Mac app store. Sorry, there's a car going past. And it works really well. I mean, you can get the free version, had loads of features, and then there's like in-app purchases to unlock a few extra features, which I ended up doing, but it wasn't that expensive. I can't remember how much it is, but yeah, it really wasn't that much at all, and that's just so that I can like blur the background and all that kind of stuff. But it's such a good program. It's really simple, easy to use, can't deal with Photoshop, too complicated. I know a lot of people use PicMonkey as well, so that's probably another good one to go for too, if you don't have a Mac particularly and you can't get the little Paint app. I always then just save my thumbnail from the Paint S as a JPEG type file, and then that is my thumbnail all ready to go. So then now we are on to uploading and doing all the title, tags and description and that kind of thing before finalizing the video. So here we've got the video upload page. So for the title, tags and description, I did actually recently post a video on boosting your YouTube SEO and trying to optimize your videos so that they appear in YouTube search to try and get it seen by as many people as possible. So definitely be sure to go check that video out if you haven't yet watched it, as that basically explains my whole process of getting my title, doing my description and doing my tags as well, and ensuring you've got all the keywords and things that you need in there in order to get your video out there and get it seen by loads of people. Also though, a little extra thing that I didn't mention in that video is you've got the sort of character limit here for the title. Try and use that all up so you can get in as many keywords as possible, as that really helps. I did mention about the fact that the tags, oh of course they're in the more options down here, but the tags, again, you've got that 500 character limit, so definitely use it all up as much as you can, because that will really help to get in as many keywords as possible and really try and rank your videos. But yeah, like I said, for more details on that, and also how I use TubeBuddy, which is like the little Chrome extension which helps me with all my tags, titles and descriptions, definitely check out that SEO video. But yeah, that is it basically for my filming, editing kind of process, because once I've done all this now and scheduled the video, that is it. I'm ready to go up. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into my editing process and filming process. Be sure to smash a big thumbs up on this video if you have enjoyed it, as well as clicking on that little red subscribe button down below if you're new to my channel, as that would mean so much to me if you could do that. And don't forget there's also that notifications bell too that you can tap on so that you're notified whenever I upload. And I will see you very soon on Sunday with a brand new video. Bye.